Hey Sagittarians, the Ivy Phoenix here. Welcome back to my channel. So excited to have my wonderful subscribers returning, and also very happy to have new individuals being brought into the fold, being part of the fire family. So please definitely make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe if you have not done so already. I'm the Ivy Phoenix, and this will be the February 2018 reading. Yay! Finally getting the chance to do them all, and doing them all in one setting too. So, yeah. I do this so I can have, days to recuperate, because it takes a lot to tap into it. And because this is going out to hundreds of thousands of people, whether or not, necessarily that's being captured on the YouTube, number checker. I don't care. If my videos only got watched by one person, I would absolutely love it, because I love what I do, you guys. I do. This means the world to me because I kept it in for so long. I denied it for so long. So to have myself be just released, I can't go back. I cannot. And Sagittarius, you have a special place in my heart as well. I have a ton of Sagittarius friends, but more so, you are my rising sign. So yeah, when people first meet me, they get the blunt of what a Sagittarius is, I guess. Whatever. So yeah. General reading here. I really loved the outline that I did for January. I'm going to keep that for February, at least, where I've already dealt out some of the cards for the first few weeks. I will be pulling clarifiers and the last week on camera, so you all can see that. January, I did 5 weeks, so the last week of January included the first few days of February, so that is why we are technically on the tail end of the first week of February to me. Because of the significance of this month, it's the second month of the year, it's the month of love, not just for Valentine's Day, but because it's the number 2. So that has to do with partnerships, and not just romantic. That can be business, friendships, family, etc., but also we're having Pisces. I said that before, I'm sorry. We're having Venus move into Pisces on February 10th, which is going to be major in how we love for a little bit. Are we seeing the truth? If we are not, we're going to dig and dig and dig until we get to the truth. And if you are willing to dig into those murky waters, be willing to accept what you find. I don't even know where that came from. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a channel, but that just came out without it even like hitting my thoughts yet. It just, anywho, so yeah, we're at the tail end of week 1. So the energy that I will be speaking to has either already taken place, you are in the midst of it now, or it will be coming to be in the very near future. In addition, I feel like a lot of the movement and shaking that has been being seen in all readings thus far has to do with the super blue blood moon lunar eclipse that took place on January 31st. So not only did we have that parallel in January with 2 moons on either end of January, but now that means that there is no full moon in February. I'm not going to get too much into the energy and planetary stations and all that type of stuff. Please join me on Facebook. That is where that is housed. Instagram has my one-off daily, weekly energy readings as well. Also, where I'm going to be putting up Instagram lives. Join that family, and all that information will be down below. I'm also on Instant Go. That is the Ivy Phoenix. So feel free to ask me any one-off questions, anything like that. 24 to 48 hours, so a little bit quicker, but it is not to replace a personal reading. So if you want an emergency reading, reach out to me, or a personal reading, reach out to me. My email address is theivyphoenixguidance@gmail.com. Again, all that information is down below. Just wanted to get that all out there. So, general reading, I'm suggesting to all of my followers, all the people that are being guided to watch my channel, because this is the month of love and partnerships, please pay attention more so to, or not more so, but I would, in conjunction to the other videos that you do read in regards to your chart, so sun, moon, rising, please pay attention to Venus as well. Not only just because of it being the month of love, but because of the movement that will be happening, all right? So let's jump into this. Week 1, the first card that came out, recognition and reward. Second card that came out, deception and envy, the 7 of Swords. Now, when I use the Psychic Tarot, I love it because it really is a mixture of tarot and oracle cards. I have more of an affinity to oracle cards. Tarot is more of a tool. It is able to explain specifics, but oracle cards, because I am an intuitive reader, give me a little bit more clarity as to the particular situation that I'm reading for. And you may hear, you know, the opposite for other people, like they only use tarot, whatever it may be. But all readers are different. So here, what I'm feeling, looking at this for you, Sagittarius. I'm going to speak on, you know, this 3 of Pentacles first. General reading will not apply to everybody. General reading, this is being, you know, read for the collective out there, so I may not be speaking to the group of Sages that you may be in. General reading, where if you are happy in a situation, this may not be for you. I'm feeling that this may be a 3-party situation that is coming to light. Because I'm not getting a good feeling about this quote-unquote recognition. This individual bowing into a position of surrender, maybe even a release for some. But I do foresee that this is the ending of finding this out or acknowledging it, or perhaps this was you. General reading, energies can be vice versa. And I'm saying that because when I look at this 7 of Swords card here, I'm not feeling like this is taking place. I'm also not feeling that this was necessarily recent. Could be recent, being within the last few days or weeks that this took place, but I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling like this was done before. This relationship energy has been carrying onward before, and now you found out about it. Now you're starting to feel the turmoil with it, so you're finally taking off the mask, or that person is. You can't run from it anymore. It's like I'm kind of getting a sense of acceptance. It's hesitant acceptance, but it's acceptance nonetheless. 3 of Pentacles, week 1 for Sag. Please clarify. Thank you. Three of Pentacles, teamwork, coming together to get the job done. And boy, oh boy, were you possibly doing that, Sag? Hierophant. Perhaps, you know, you were being wined and dined and loved on and given certain attention that you weren't getting elsewhere. So can I get another card of clarity, please? So you took it. It was bait. You were putty in this person's hands. They offered you this cup that just seemed to be overflowing, and you two manifested the hell out of something. You two, you and the outside party, or, you know, what you may know about somebody and an outside party. This was temptation. More cards came out. The Fool. So you jumped right in, not necessarily understanding what you were getting into. And it could have been, like I said, it could have been recent, or this is a star card. So I'm not calling out per se signs that you may be dealing with, but I will for seasons. So this could be, you know, the Aquarius season now. This could have been last year's Aquarius season. This could have been with any major shift when it comes to Aquarius. Seven of Swords, please. Can I clarify that? For Sagittarius, please. Five of Cups. There was just something you weren't getting. Or something that your partner wasn't getting. One more card, please. Five of Cups. I mean, you're so focused on what you don't have. You don't even know what you do. Page of Cups. Moving on to week 2. This is the week of Valentine's Day. Passionate new beginning. One second. We have the Five of Swords here for conflict and defeat. Seven of Cups. Choose wisely. So as of right now, we have 2 5s. We have 2 7s. Oh, I'm sorry. We have 3 5s. We have the Hierophant. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Five of Swords. Seven of Swords. 7 of Cups. Ace of Cups. Magician. Ace of Wands. So what I'm seeing here is, for some of you, you're not done. You're not done, or that other person is not done with the 3-party situation, which is causing you this mental, I mean, look at this person keeling over. Feeling like you lost. And now you really just don't know what to do. Seven of Cups to me in this particular deck is definitely a direction card. But I'm also feeling like you have to recognize, you know, what mindset you're in, what you're feeling right now. And if you're feeling this, you may not be able to do this, be able to choose wisely. And then we have this. For me, nothing else can explain it besides just somebody is not done with this behavior. I don't think I need any clarity on any of that. Week 3. So this is what you do. Because you don't know what to do. I don't know necessarily if I'm not seeing you leaving. I'm not seeing the other person leaving. This could be, you know, that you're not leaving the situation that you're involved in that you shouldn't be, or that you are involved in that should be having your focus, or, you know, the other person that, so you don't know what to do. You are not in this space to be able to make choices wisely. So if you can't make the choices wisely, then you detach and you start thinking this. With this as well, though, I don't know necessarily, again, if I'm getting 100% that you're choosing to leave the situation, but you're thinking it, you're feeling it. This may just be you decide to take a trip. Take a trip to clear your mind, and you do that pretty fast. So now we have 2 8s here. There's a lot of synchronicities going on just within this reading itself. So please keep an eye out for that in real life. 7s, 5s, 1s, 8s. Potentially even 6s, because, you know, this 5 and 1 together. So I do want to clarify this emotional withdrawal. 8 of Cups, please. Week 3 for Sagittarius. Thank you. Got that accelerated communication again. Accelerated motion, 8 of Wands. Even though I asked for this for the 8 of Cups, it just shows that something, you know, maybe your mouth is moving quicker than your emotions and your mind, whatever it is. But then we also have the 10 of Swords here. So if you haven't done it yet, again, you're really thinking about it. 6 of Swords. Justice. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. Eight of Swords. So I am feeling more so that if you have, and even just the bottom of the clarifying deck as it is right now, the Devil. I'm not seeing the actual leaving just yet. Some of you might. I'm feeling that this is more of a trip, a getaway, some type of detachment, just so that you can clear your head, so you maybe can make a solid decision on how exactly you're going to move forward, how you're going to find, how you are going to be able to find the justice in the justice in the situation. And while you are doing all of that, while things are moving so fast, you feel stuck, but just know you're not. You're not. You just right now are not at a level where you feel like you can make a clear-cut decision. Week 4, February, Sagittarius, please. Week 4. If for any of you this is not about love or a relationship, I feel the need to say this. For some reason, I keep seeing a cruise ship. But if for any of you, you know, you're happy and things like that, again, it's not for you. But for those of you where this is not particularly about a relationship, yeah, you know, I told myself when I was doing other readings, I wasn't going to call out what I did not see. As of right now, I'm just going to speak to those that this message is for. I don't want to confuse any messages, and I don't want individuals to continue watching if this is just not resonating. I would much rather you go spend your time watching 100% of the video that does. So let me just stop there. This is more of a relationship. What I can also see, though, is where this is internal. Okay, okay. I got some major arcana up here. Ooh, yep. You got the wheel. At the bottom now. Have triumph. Major arcana. Have the waiting game. Yeah, and like I said, I'm not seeing, you may be getting closer and closer where you see the end is near. You feel confident in that. You may be restoring your own confidence in yourself. And we have the Hierophant again. Chariot. Moving forward. Waiting it out. Balancing. I'm feeling the need to cry for you all. How can you restore? And what else do you need to know about the situation? I don't think that this was expected. You're hurt. It's still too fresh to maybe recognize that. So your feelings are just all over the place. That's why maybe you are choosing not necessarily to act just yet. The Chariot, the Emperor, and the Hierophant. Let's clarify this waiting game. It's Two of Wands. Sorry, I'm just trying to hold back the tears and, you know, having to pause this video. Also with looking at this Emperor, I can feel where some of you are, you know, asking where you lost control of the situation. So whether this is you who was doing this, whether it is, you know, the other person that was doing this, if you are the third party, you're on the outside looking in on the other two, you know, it's just, where did you lose yourself? Why didn't you make maybe wiser choices or stick to what you believe in? But I feel your pain, the confusion. I'm even feeling somewhat from this, like, can it be saved? Not strongly, but you're asking yourself that. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. So the clarifying card that came out with the waiting game, Queen of Wands. I feel like you want to return to that level before you approach the situation. And you're definitely going to be standing your ground when you do. Seven of Wands. So let's see what March brings on this. Now, granted, too, you know, the March reading may speak to another majority. Of Sagittariuses versus, you know, who I'm reading for right now. But this picture is just, it's not done. It's not done. So let's grab a wisdom card for you all to close out February for what it's worth. Now I think my eye is irritated. Maybe some of you are, you know, not necessarily showing the emotional side of this, and maybe you are irritated. Like I said, I don't blame you. I don't condone cheating. I think it's a cop-out to keep the best of both worlds. But if you don't love somebody enough to commit to them, or, you know, if one person has the expectation that the relationship is going in a different direction, that you're willing to take it, do not be that cruel to take that choice away from them. Don't do that. I feel if you don't believe in monogamy, that's perfectly fine. But don't be with somebody that does. Don't choose to be in that type of situation if you know you can't commit, or you know you just don't want to be with one person. Wisdom card, please, for Sagittarius, February. And Sagittarius, I'm also feeling maybe I'm crying more so because this is probably you. It's like the tears keep sneaking out. I'm trying to catch them before they run down my face. I'm feeling this may be you, and it definitely could have been a mistake at first. It could have been a mistake at first, but it has been ongoing. That's no longer a mistake, that's a choice. And I think you're realizing potentially how deep, and again, this is if this is you, Sagittarius, how deep you've gotten yourself into things. Fork in the road. If this isn't you, that might be, you know, where the pause comes from, is again being able to identify what you're supposed to do. What are you supposed to do when you may still love this person? What are you supposed to do when you two have a family life, children involved? What are you supposed to do if, you know, one of them is sick? Or I'm just calling out the different aspects of the situation, but you have a decision to make, and you know it. You know it. Like, getting this makes me fall silent, which is, again, where I feel like some Sagittarius, this is you. For others, this is the other person. Or you may be on the outside yourself and may just be tired of dealing with this. Week 2 and 3. So week 1, like I said, I really feel like the lunar eclipse and the moon did a number. But week 2 and week 3 for everyone has been very monumental in some changes, where I feel like that Saturn from Sagittarius moving into Capricorn energy just had something else to teach, something else it wanted us to learn. And again, if you fail the test, If you fail that test, you're going to keep going through it. The universe is going to understand you are just not ready to be propelled to the next level where it wants you to be, where it's calling for you to be, where, you know, the nature of the times right now are calling you to be at. So, Sagittarius, that's your reading for February. I'm getting so quiet. I love you. See you in March. Be blessed.